Guys, so obviously there is a change that happened. I normally don't get into it with you guys, so today is no different. I did dye my hair brown, and yeah, so that's the big change, but I talked all about it on my other channel. I assume a lot of you are, you know, from both channels though, so maybe you've already seen that video. Anyway, we're gonna move on with today's movie, and last night I watched Choose, and this is one that has been in my instant queue because I liked the description of it, never heard anything of it, I'm not even sure what year it came out. But it's basically like an indie movie, so yeah, let's get into it. It follows this main girl, Fiona, who is in grad school, and she's working with her dad to help find this guy who's technically a killer, but basically he makes people choose between two horrible things. And they range from going deaf to blind, and it's just like really bad things, and that was probably my favorite part, was seeing all the different things that he would make them do. So first off, I was not pleased with the opening scene. I thought the acting was really terrible, and he makes this girl choose between killing her mother or her father, and the dad was like, just, you know, pick me, it's okay. And so she's like, okay, my father, and then he says, okay, well, you have to do it, so he makes her do it. And in that moment I would be like, I mean, I wouldn't know what I would do, but I feel like he's making you do it, but is he honest? Like, is he actually going to kill both of them if you don't do it? And then we move on to this pianist who has the option to lose all his fingers or the ability to hear, so he'd still be able to play, but he couldn't hear it. Or he can't play, but he could hear music. So he couldn't choose, and so the guy ends up choosing for him and slicing all his fingers off, and so that was pretty intense. Now I am going to be talking a lot about spoilers and the end, because there is a huge twist at the end that I want to talk about, and the ending itself I want to talk about. So if you haven't seen it yet, there is a twist at the end that I'm going to talk about. So if you don't want to know, then don't watch it. So we find out that this killer is somehow involved in the main girl Fiona's mother's suicide, and she starts to put the pieces together and think that it was this guy that made her choose suicide over something else. And we later find out that that something else was killing her daughter, because of the main twist, which is, are you ready for it? Have you turned off the video yet if you haven't seen it yet? This guy who's making everybody choose is her half-brother. What? I thought it was kind of cool that that twist was in it, but it kind of came out of nowhere, and it did connect dots, because in the whole first part of the movie I'm like, how was her mother, like, why is this family being targeted, and why was her mother chosen so many years ago, and then now all of a sudden he's doing it all over again? It's like, why is there such a gap? That didn't make sense to me, but the twist was kind of cool. I kind of liked it, but the reveal was really lame. He's just sitting on the edge of the bed where she's tied up, and he's like, yeah, I'm your half-brother. We have the same mom. So now the ending was what was pretty cheesy for me, because in the beginning she goes to the hotel of her mother's suicide, and she's just kind of like sitting on the bathtub crying, and this owner, I think it's the owner of the motel, walks in. He's like, you know, you're trespassing, I could call the cops. She's like, oh, I was just leaving. But then he starts to get a hankering for her, if you know what I'm saying, and tries to hit on her, but obviously she's not interested. And then he's trying to rape her. And then in the end she gets in this truck after she kills the killer, kills her half-brother, and she's all bloody, and she gets in this truck and they drive away, and you've realized that is the guy who tried to rape her in the middle of the movie. That was lame. He was not even a major character. We don't know if she lives or dies or what her situation is, because all of a sudden you just see her like, help me, and then they drive off, and I thought that was stupid. I was like, that's no, I don't know, I guess everybody died in the end, which normally I don't mind sad endings, I like them, but that seemed a little weird and a little out of nowhere to me, that she would just get in the car with the rapist guy and drive off. Like, I understand why she got in, and she didn't look at the driver or anything, and she even got in really weird, like they did it so she could not look at the driver. She like got in backwards in the car, and then turned and looked at him and was like, oh my god. Overall, it was actually better than I expected it to be, given that it is a movie I've never heard of or seen ever, except on Netflix. It was okay. I would give it a watch if you're into those kind of movies. It was realistic in the sense that it could actually happen, I guess, but the police work were just horrible. That I don't think would happen at all, and overall, it's not 100% realistic, but I guess it could happen, and I guess it's kind of like Saw in a way, that they make them choose to do something or die. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was an interesting concept. Let me know if you've seen this movie. It is on Netflix, as I said, so you can take a look at it, and I'll have the trailer listed down below. But if you've seen it, let me know what you thought of it, if it met your expectations, or if you, because I had really low expectations, so it was actually better than my expectations. It was alright. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will talk to you guys soon.